Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Adam22 here for No Jumper News. So this weekend was the All-Star Game. There was a whole bunch of viral crap happening on the internet, so today we're going to dive in and take a look at some of it. So this first clip that we're going to take a look at today, this is Lil Uzi Vert talking about JT from City Girls and about how her WAP is apparently some of the best in the business.
Hey, JT. Hey, JT. That pussy's so good. That pussy's so good. That shit so good, bro. Like, hey, JT, that shit so good, bro. Oh, that shit so good, bro. That pussy so good. I don't give a fuck with nobody talking about. That shit so good. That shit made me switch up my whole life. I don't give a fuck with nobody talking about, but I'm too fresh. Before they talking about money on me. Excuse me. But that shit got me twisted.
So we had the whole conversation last week about Uzi and Yachty and JT and exactly what went on with that. Well, one thing is clear here. Uzi sure does know how to show some appreciation when he likes what a girl's dealing with. Okay, so our next clip, Mayweather just keeps going out and staying in the clubs, and it seems that she keeps running into the same problem because Pooh Shiesty and Lil Durk's massive hit, Back in Blood, is one of the biggest songs in the world right now, and especially in the clubs. And when your baby daddy has beef with the artist who created that song, it creates an awkward situation where you're gonna be looking awkward in the club like right here. Let's check this clip out. So the thing that makes this clip extra exciting is that Jania Michelle is apparently the girl next to Yaya in the club who's having a perfectly good time, and she's one of Young Boy's other exes. If your baby daddy's ops have one of the biggest songs in the country, I'm sorry, but you should just not leave the house. Okay, so this next clip we're gonna be taking a look at Lil Baby, one of the hottest rappers in the world. Well, it turns out he's not so great at basketball. Roll this clip. So I guess it was Lil Baby and 2 Chainz versus Quavo and Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow's team whooped their asses, which is obviously extra infuriating from their perspective because Jack Harlow is white as a jar of mayonnaise. But my whole thing is like, why is anyone expected to be able to shoot a basketball? Myself personally, I'm terrible at basketball, and I just don't really understand why we are assuming that Lil Baby is going to be able to sink this ball into the net from, you know, upwards of like 20 feet away. I'm sorry, this is just not something that I could imagine almost anyone being able to do. The fact that some people are able to do this, it's amazing, but I'm not going to hold it against you, Lil Baby. Okay, and it seems that Quavo is much appreciated by the basketball community. A lot of people are saying that he's one of the best in the game right now, at least as far as rappers go. Jack Harlow, not sure exactly what people are thinking of his skill set, but you got to check out this joke that he dropped when they asked him about Lil Baby sort of writing off his skill set.
There's been a lot of talking this week about this game. I know Lil Baby went on Instagram. He posted a story. He said a guy like Jack Harlow can't beat me in anything. What do you think he meant by a guy like Jack Harlow?
You heard the bigger picture. You know what he's talking about.
All right, there we go. Adam, over to you.
Jack Harlow, you got jokes. I probably wouldn't have tried that one myself, but if you were able to get away with it, much respect. Okay, next clip we got going right here. We got Lil Uzi Vert surprising Fabolous' son with $5,000 in cash and a whole bunch of free merch for his birthday. Roll the clip. It's got to be a little awkward if you're somebody like Fabolous, you know, you're kind of pushing the age limit of rappers, and you got somebody like Lil Uzi, he's one of the hottest in the game. Obviously, your kid's going to be a bigger fan of Uzi than he is of you, realistically. So it's nice to see that he was able to do something special for his kid here, bringing him around. And shout out to Uzi for handing over some cash. And it's nice to see that Uzi still has that giant diamond in his forehead, which I wasn't really sure about. Congrats. Okay, so I probably don't have to tell you that Drake dropped a 3-song EP over the weekend, and Lil Yachty was apparently inspired by by this because he went out and finally got himself some lemon pepper wings, which he said on Twitter he had never had before. But keep in mind, this is a guy who really only eats pizza and hot dogs. Shout out to Lil Yachty. I don't even know if it was hot dogs. Was it a corn dog? Anyway, wings are kind of a new thing for him. I think he might also be into chicken tenders, but you know. Either way, that sounds like a good thing to discuss down below in the comments. Let us know what you thought of the Drake project and also what kind of wings you get. Okay, for our final clip here, we have Maxo Kream. He pulled up on the Water Boys in Atlanta and he was not gonna get done dirty like these kids did to Meek Mill. Roll the clip.
I will, bro. Hey, give me. Man, I'll give him 20. You got 100. Y'all better bust it. Twin, fuck me on the blue. Fuck me on the blue, twin. Twin, blow me on. You want it? Fuck me, twin. Don't do me like that. Come on, mom. You ain't not perfect, bro. Y'all split that. Y'all split that. Y'all fuck me on the dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, Twitter got on Meek's head heavy about the fact that he only gave them 20 bucks. Maxo Kream, he coughed up every single last dollar he had on him. I guess that's kind of a lesson to these kids. The power of social media. You can just ask these rappers to give you any dollar amount and they will hand it over. Actually, not really, because somebody like me, I really don't care. I'm not trying to put out the image that I care enough to give anybody money, so you can't embarrass me. But somebody like Maxo Kream, you can apparently finesse out of every last dollar that he has. Okay, YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Please do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back real soon.